I would just like the meeting to go a little quicker, and we'd have to, less things, so I would amend the motion and say, from now on, Community Board 11 will publish the minutes and the calendar.
Yeah, well, why don't we approve these minutes and Joe make that motion afterwards?
Okay, fine, thank you.
Okay, all those in favor? Against? Abstentions? Unanimous. Joe, make your motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that Community Board 11, from now on, publish their minutes and their calendar and all the committee minutes on their website.
Second by Edith. Oh, I'm sorry, open for discussion. You make it.
So, Joe, I just want to be clear. Next month, are we going to vote to approve them?
We don't have to approve, I'm talking
Okay,
about
all right.
to publish them. I mean, every meeting we say we make an emotion that we will actually put them on the website.
Okay, so you're okay with us voting to approve them?
You have to approve them.
Just making sure.
I'm talking about just publish them on the website, all the minutes, that's what I meant. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, all those in favor? Opposed? Opposed? That's one opposed. Tony Signorelli opposed. Anybody else? Kate, you got your hand up? Oh, okay. Abstentions? Unanimous, not unanimous, all in favor except for one, all right? Okay, that's it, thank you. Go ahead, Andrea.
Can I ask a question regarding last night's meeting? If the community board does not agree with it, is there any way they will go ahead with the project anyway? Because it is a government entity?
Our expert's gonna tell you.
They possibly can, but I don't think they will, because anything that happens after that that's wrong, it's done in their face, and that we didn't approve it, we were right, they were wrong. They want our approval. Matter of fact, they wanted us to make a motion tonight to support the plan, and we said absolutely not. So they're not gonna move forward, I don't believe, until we actually come out with an endorsement of the plan. And like Tony said, that's not gonna happen with the way the plan is done right now.
I understand that, but the bottom line is if they really want to,
The answer
they
is
can
yes,
do it.
they can,
Okay.
absolutely, that's the answer.
I think they, Rabbi? Michael for the rabbi. You know, Rabbi, you could sit at the table, you know. You are part of this board.
I'm proud of you. Okay, Mr. Chairman, I have a question, and this is really, I have it, it's on.
Turn it on, Rabbi.
What do you want me to do? Come over here, let me hit you in the head till next.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, and this is more a point of interest and not a debate. So you're talking about this angled parking, and I agree with what everybody said, that thing looks like a travesty now.
Lights out.
Mike's out again. Okay, here we go. Okay, so being on traffic for a while, so you're going to build angle parking there, or you're going to try to implement angle parking there. So looking at it from my vision, I see what you're going to get more parking spots most probably, but on the other side, you have children crossing there, you have elderly crossing there, and now thanks to what Pelham Parkway looks like in the morning, you got cars using that service road and going down relatively fast. So I could see angle parking in an area like Bronxwood and so on and so forth, where you have a gap, a pretty big gap between one side of the street and the other side of the street. And again, I'm not debating this, I'm just saying, isn't that going to cause a safety concern, especially early in the morning where you have kids going to school, cars coming down, people backing up a car over there? It'll get you more parking spaces, but I'm just concerned about the safety. It just doesn't look like the right area, Jeremy, for angle parking.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing angle parking.
They're not, they're not.
No, but I'm just saying the whole concept,
I mean,
to me, doesn't look to hold much ground anyway.
well, I mean, they're not doing it anyway because it's not feasible. I mean,
They said it's not feasible.
Well, they said it's not feasible, but I thought we'd say we're gonna try to push it.
no,
That's what we had thought we
I
said.
did say that, Rabbi, provided we get 4 more feet in, okay? 4 feet in.
But even that, and again, I'm not debating, Mr. Chairman, even that, if you get 4 feet or you get 8 feet, that's like a very dangerous, narrow place to put angle parking.
Rabbi, I think it comes out to the same thing. Right now, what their plan is to build a 4-foot sidewalk where you don't have one. So the cars are gonna be parked up against that sidewalk.
Yeah.
So you're narrowing the street the same amount of distance as you would if you do the angle parking without the sidewalk.
Yeah, but you don't have somebody backing up blindly.
They won't be backing up, they'll be backing in to get to the spot. They'll be
Right.
pulling out.
Oh, you're gonna go
Face
the other
forward,
way.
yeah,
Okay,
face
so that
forward.
makes a little more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying face forward.
That's
Okay.
what they do on
Fine.
Parks Park East, Rabbi.
Thanks for the clarification. Now I got it. Good, thank you.
That's it. Okay, Jeremy, take over.
treasurer's report?
Treasurer's report has been distributed. If anyone has a question, they can see me after the meeting or Harriet. Thank you.
Brandon, can you time me or should I just wing it?
Wing it.
All right, so I emailed out my May report. Sorry, I'm still behind on my April one. If you haven't heard, I'm in the process primarily of looking for daycare. So if anybody knows of a great, I could personally use it. I know David Lepore, Community Affairs Officer, is also looking for a nice daycare facility. So that aside, in my May report, I know there was a request to have the gallery session time and have a big screen about, what there are. They have a minute and a half, so we don't have to yell 30 seconds. So as I told our Sergeant at Arms, that would cost, from what I've been able to find thus far, $700 minimum. I know Daisy made a suggestion. I'd like to speak to her after that. I'm not sure how that will work out. It might. I did that before, and I don't even, if you recall, I've done that before, and nobody, and half the time the gallery speakers didn't even pay attention to it. I still had to interrupt them. Well, I got one suggestion. Anybody else has any other suggestions, please let me know. So, once again, I am the last to leave this meeting, so if you have questions, please save them for after the meeting, speak to me afterwards, not before the meeting, when I'm busy setting up. So, I guess I can cut it short, unless anybody else wants to hear the rest of the reports and stuff. I know the mattress factory was inspected, but did not get violated by the Department of Consumer Affairs, City Department of Consumer Affairs, but the Department of Health has violated that. There's some other issues, please see me after the meeting, all right, unless, thank you.
How are we gonna know what the issues are? See what about?
Well, we spoke about them yesterday, right? 2189 Wallace Avenue.
I took care of that myself, thank you.
You didn't get my email that the Department of Health went out there
I
again?
took care of it myself.
Okay. Thank you. Economic Development, David Levitt? Yeah, no.
The committee met last week and there are
Closer to
four
the mic,
motions to, closer to the mic.
Not as close as I can. How's that?
That's better.
Okay. I can't hear it. Is it on?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like to make a motion to send an email of no objection to the New York State Liquor Authority regarding the renewal liquor license application for the Pine Restaurant at 1913 Bronxdale Avenue. Is there a second?
Second.
Junior was first. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Is there any opposed? There's no opposed, is there any abstention? So Harriet will list that as unanimous. I'd like to make a motion to send an email of no objection to the State Liquor Authority regarding the renewal liquor license application for Fratelli Restaurant at 2507 Eastchester Road. Is there a second? I second. Tom seconds it. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Tony, are you opposing it?
No.
I didn't think so. Are there any abstentions? So Harriet will list that as unanimous. I'd like to make a motion to send an email of no objection to the State Liquor Authority regarding the new liquor license application for Ruby's Restaurant at 600 Van Ness Avenue. There was a stipulation that was agreed to by the owner of the establishment and is in your, was posted to the website a few days ago and is in your packets tonight. Purdon, would you like to speak on this?
We need a second person.
Oh, is there a second?
I have one.
Look,
We need a second.
Okay,
I'll
Joanne
second
seconding. Is there any discussion? Bernadette?
Okay, will the, okay, there you go. Will these stipulations be given to the 49th precinct? Will they have a copy of this so that when I call up, so summer is right around the corner, and this particular corner has always been an issue, we all know the past history. And even though this is a new owner on the name, her boyfriend is the person that was there the last time, the last owner. So there is a past history of them not adhering. So when I call up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, because I'm watching them dancing, etc., when they're not supposed to, will the police have this?
I think the short answer is no, that the police won't have it when you call the precinct at 2 a.m. However, I think it's fair to say that the community affairs officer will have it and Lieutenant Hickman's compliance group will have it. And they've been very good at following up because Lieutenant Hickman's group has been helping the committee for over a year. And so if he knew about what was going on, he would be able to follow up at various times.
But will he have the stipulations in hand?
We will make sure that he has a copy. Is there any other discussion? Then I'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Yes. They're opposed. There's 1, 2, hands high, 3. So 3 opposed.
So Andrea, Marcy, and Bernadette.
Bernadette, okay.
Any abstentions?
Yeah, we need the names.
So the motion passes. Is that sufficient, Jeremy? We don't have to take a roll call, do we?
As long as I got the names of those that vote.
Okay. Last, I'd like to make a motion to send an email of acknowledgement to the State Liquor Authority regarding the corporate name change for 900 Park Restaurant at 900 Morris Park Avenue. This is informational. Really, there hasn't been any changes at in the way the establishment is run. The ownership is changing, and so a statutory notice had to be made to the community board, which was done. The committee met with the new owner, and in order to be able to tell the State Liquor Authority that we received it, I'm making this motion. Is there a second? Sandy seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposition? Any abstention? There's an abstention. Marcy is abstaining. So the motion passes. The committee, that concludes my report. The committee is meeting next Thursday at 7 p.m. in the board office, and the agenda should be posted on the board website if it hasn't already been done. Thank you.
Transportation, Frano?
Transportation has 2 motions. One is to send a letter to the New York City Department of Transportation supporting the residents of Seminole Street between Rhinelander Avenue and Eastchester Road with their petition requesting a study to be conducted by the DOT to determine the feasibility of turning their street into a one-way. Do I have a second?
We need a second.
Second first.
For discussion.
Second?
Now they're on the second.
Go ahead.
Shanna, Mike?
Somebody from the gallery basically said that you're saying that the street is Seminole between Rhinelander and Eastchester Road. Do you mean Eastchester Road between Rhinelander and Seminole? Because, I mean, it's the way the streets are.
You maybe think of Seminole Avenue?
This is
Is it street?
Seminole Street.
It's near the precinct, right?
This is, this is east of the precinct.
That's east of the precinct.
Yeah,
Yes.
between Stillwell and, yes.
Okay.
It's different. Any further discussion?
3 minutes, Mike, please.
Which way will it be one way?
That's a good question.
That's what you, I mean, that's what you're asking for, right?
Well, it looks like leading into Eastchester.
I don't know, that's my question. I wouldn't ask DOT for something if you didn't know which way you wanted it to go. When we redid Gunther, we told them which way we wanted it to go. We wanted to go towards Stillwell.
Then we need clarification.
It's Dr. Patel's request. You want to speak on this, Dr. Patel? Can someone pass number 2 down, Mike?
Thank you, Joe.
Good evening. This is the motion. There is a big typographical error.
Microphone.
That is the Seminole Strait between Stillwell Avenue and Eastchester Road instead of as it is printed as between Lander Avenue
Mike.
and Eastchester Road. According to the residents, the study is requested to make the street one way. Depending on the study, the
Dr. Patel,
personal
which way do you want the street? Eastchester or towards Stillwell?
That's what I was coming to, sir.
Okay.
We have left as residents of the Seminole Strait to the expertise of the Department of Transportation.
Oh, God.
that which way
Big
is
mistake.
worked out is acceptable to us. Whether it is from Stillwell to Eastchester or from Eastchester to Rhineland. Thank you for interrupting.
You have, if we make a recommendation, we have to indicate which way.
Why do we have to indicate it, Joe? Huh? Is there a reason we have to?
Yeah.
Yes, because you want to make sure that like when we did Gunther, we want to make sure the traffic was going to Pelham Parkway. You want to make sure the traffic, I mean, if the precinct's right there, you want to make sure that the community doesn't want the traffic coming down that block. They want the traffic one way, probably going towards Eastchester Road. I don't know what they want, but if they don't know what they want, I wouldn't approve it.
The petition they signed, they said one way either way.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They just wanted a one-way street.
Yeah.
So they,
Which would be more advantageous to the police department. Right.
But it leaves it up for a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Joe.
Yeah, because then if they decide it's the wrong way later.
Just on a point, if it goes the wrong way that they don't like, later on they're gonna complain. Oh, we didn't want that. I mean, this is what they decided. So that, I think you have to make a choice.
Can we table it and get clarification, please?
My observation, my observation, if you're gonna bring it into Eastchester Road, that is already congested Eastchester Road. If anyway, you should go into Stillwell. If anyway, that's
Mr.
my
Chairman,
opinion.
it doesn't matter to me, but I'm saying, if we had the same thing at Tomlinson, where people complained about that block. It was one way, the other way, and then it got changed by DOT back the other way. They were complaining about
I withdraw the
that.
motion so we could clarify.
I just would like to, if they don't have any choice, I'm just gonna vote against it, that's
Joe,
all.
we're gonna leave it table.
I am withdrawing the motion for better clarification as to which way, and also to fix the language problem. Motion is withdrawn.
Hello. I think you need to find out from the people that live on the street.
That's what he's saying.
Which way they want the traffic to go. Period. No. I think you need to find out from the people that live on that street, which way they want the traffic to go. Don't assume they want it going one way or the other. Find out.
So Dr. Patel lives on that street.
Find out from Dr. Patel and the
But
residents on the street.
he's not the whole
Just said
block.
Either way.
we have to fix
Go
also.
back and find out.
Let them make a choice, go back.
I have withdrawn the motion, and let's move on.
Yep, so what's your next item, Brano? Item 2 on the agenda?
All right, we have 9 street activity events. They're all listed. I'd like to make a motion that we recommend approval. Any discussion?
Second by Edith.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? One opposed.
Janice.
Abstentions? One abstention.
Marcy. 2.
Sorry, 2.
Three.
Anybody
Third
else?
one. Hold on. Marcy, Junior abstained, who else? Pat Charles? There's 3. Anyone else? Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, Brano. Al, leadership?
Good evening. The leadership committee met and they okayed the calendar for June. Also, a couple of announcements. On Monday, May 30th at 11 a.m. at Rudy Messina Peace Plaza, Memorial Plaza, there will be a Memorial Day celebration. It would be nice to get a great turnout. Also, the same day, at the Van Nest Memorial at 12 o'clock on White Plains Road, there will be another memorial. So please try to make one or both of them. Thank you.
Al, I do think Janice wanted to change the calendar for her meeting.
We're gonna move the housing meeting from the 1st of June to the 7th.
What time?
That's a Tuesday, then you have an education meeting at the same time. Or do you wanna move it to the 8th on a Wednesday?
We're moving it to the 7th.
What time?
There are 2 areas where we can meet in the office, okay? We're moving it to the 7th, all right?
What time?
Same time, 7.
So it'll be the front of the office.
All right, so housing will meet also on June 7th at 7 o'clock.
Thank you, Al. Dr. Patel, community development?
Community Development and Budget Priority Committee is awaiting what the mayor's final budget has put in our basket of wish list. We haven't received the written report from them, so we expect that we should get it this month, and we will take up the discussion at the next upcoming meeting. Thank you.
Diane could not be here tonight. Linda, education?
The Education and Youth Committee meeting minutes are enclosed.
Thank you. Joe Coat, health?
Good evening. First thing I'd like to thank all of those people who participated in the health fair that we had on May 14th. Some of the names I'm going to call, and I leave a name out, I'm sorry about that, just accept my apology. But to start with, the members or staff of Community Board 11, it turned out to be very, very helpful to us. Also, the chair of the Community Board, Tony, also Al, I mean, they were fantastic. I must say the members of the committee, Marcy, Sandy, Joanne, even Marty, who wasn't there, but we know that his spirit was with us. It was a great event. Those of you who did not come out that day to see what was going on, you missed a beautiful, great event that this community board supported us that day. Also, to focus on Jacoby, John Doyle, I mean, they were fantastic. There were 20 4 tables there with members from the various health support for the health fair. I'm telling you, I was elated over the number of people who were there and the support that we have gotten for that. Again, I want to thank especially Harriet and Chris and Jeremy from the office and Joan Prater, who was just outstanding in terms of helping us to get Loretta Park for that event. We hope to have it again next year and to do greater things. Andrea, I want to thank you also for your support. I know you worked with us with that. Again, thanks for giving us the opportunity to sponsor that event. Thank you.
I just want to add to that. Is this on? No, it's still on. Thank you, thank you. You too. Thank you very much. It took us about 2 years to get this thing going. We want to make it an annual thing. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah.
Well, you
Yes.
never know if there'll be a second, but
Don't
thank
worry
you
about
very
it.
much, everybody. Appreciate
It will
it.
be an annual event.
Thank you for getting us the permits as well. Thank you.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hello. Listen, you're giving us the accolades. I'm gonna say, we give that committee the accolades, the board here, okay? Because I was there, Al was there, a lot of us were there. I was so proud of you guys, the way you handled the whole thing. It was like, it was done professionally. And you made me very proud that day, and I thank you for your time, your devotion, and everything else. And next year, you got no problem with me, okay? Thank you.
John Joe?
Yes.
Thank you, Joe. Janice, housing?
Housing committee met last month. I don't have a report, but you'll get it online, okay? Doesn't matter, I know you do it, okay?
Land use, Joe McManus?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The last meeting that I reported upon, we had the same date as the Palm Parker reconstruction. So we had that date listed for our land use meeting. So I canceled that meeting, and I would like to request to have a meeting on June 16th at 7 p.m. at the board office.
That works for Parker's office too, right?
Mike just said that Monday and Tuesday is not good for him. I mean, I didn't ask him yet, but I'd rather get it on the calendar, and we do have a few land use items. Harriet gave them to me after the leadership meeting, so I need a land use meeting anyway.
And the issues are again, Joe, if you don't mind?
We have two things I have to discuss. One is I think it's gonna be a ULURP on Williams Ridge Road, 1614 Williams Ridge Road. They want to convert a residential into commercial. I think it might be, usually rezoning is the ULURP process, so. The lawyer would like to meet with us, and I'd like to meet with them before the summer. So that's one item, and if we get a little information about the text amendments from Councilman Backer's office, what he was able to accomplish with us helping him by writing a letter to support him. And there was one other item, and it slips my memory at the moment. So I would request a meeting for land use. I talked to my co-chair, and it's okay with him. So I'd like to have that, we're gonna have the meeting anyway. And there's a few other items that are floating around that I want to bring up. There's a project going on Narragansett Avenue that we might have some information about, and I think we'll have a full meeting. So if I could get that date, the 16th, I would appreciate it.
The 16th is right.
June 16th, it's a Thursday, in the board office, 7 p.m. Is that all right?
Yep.
Thank you. That's the strength of my report.
Thank you, Joe. Nominating committee, Don Luciano.
Yeah, there are 3 officer positions up for election in June. 3 positions are chairperson of the board, first vice chair, and secretary. In accordance with our bylaws, nominations were opened in April, and they are open again tonight. After tonight, no one may be nominated. Ballots will still be drawn up for the June meeting, however, and a formal vote must be taken, but must allow for write-in candidates. All nominees must have at least 4 years on the board membership to be eligible to be a candidate for any officer position. Nominations must be made by any member, and with the exception of the recommendations made by the nominating committee, must be seconded to be valid. The nominees must be present to accept the nomination and must formally accept the nomination to be placed on the ballot. The nominations made in April were Anthony Vitaliano for chairperson, Albert D'Angelo for first vice chairperson, and David Levitt for secretary. The floor is now open for nominations. Okay, we ask that, would anyone like to be nominated or would nominate someone for chairperson? The nomination is closed. Okay, would anybody like to make a nomination for?
On a point, you have to vote on that.
Could you make a motion?
Just to make it official.
Okay,
To close the nominations, you gotta
For
vote.
chairperson.
I'd like to make a nomination that we close the nomination for
We
chairperson.
second it, we have to vote on it.
Second, second it.
Discussion.
Open for discussion.
Open for discussion.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Unanimous.
Unanimous. The next position is first vice chair. Any nominations?
I nominate
Mike, please.
I would like to nominate Joe McManus for first vice chair, if you should accept.
Thank you very much, but I decline the nomination.
Any other nominations? Nominations for first vice chair is closed. I make a motion that we close it.
Second by Junior.
Second by Junior. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? Unanimous. Third position is secretary. Any nominations for secretary? Nomination, make a motion, nomination is closed. Second?
By Edith.
Any, what do you call it? Any discussion?
Bernadette?
It's not really a discussion, it's just an overall question, which I'm not clear on. Do we have term limits on these nominations?
No, there's no term limit on nominations.
Yes.
2 full terms. That's 4 years.
It's saying office, not the nomination.
Could we clarify
Any more
that?
discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to just, I mean, it was said, is there any term limits on nominations?
No, any term limits for office, right?
No, it said nominations.
She,
Okay, fine, I just wanted to make sure.
Andrew had something?
I just, have a question. I was under the impression last month that Ruth said that she was interested in still being secretary, and I didn't hear anything being mentioned tonight about it.
But
If I'm incorrect, just tell me.
you're wrong. Somebody had to nominate her.
Okay, I didn't know, it wasn't done last month?
No.
Okay.
if there's anybody here who would like to be nominated, the committee will nominate. Anybody interested in running?
So, the motion was to close the.
Motion is to close the nomination. Second. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Carried.
Thank you, Don. Arlene cannot be here tonight. Pat Charles, would you like to speak about Parks and Recreation?
Yes,
None, please.
yes, thank you. Due to the absence of my chair, as co-chairman, we have our minutes in the package, and there will be no meeting in June. I don't know why, but I have to speak to Arlene when we get a chance to speak, and that's when we'll make any kind of corrections if there's need to. Okay?
Andrea?
I know that Pat just said about corrections, I would like to have this entire, minutes voided because according to me, it's totally incorrect.
Yeah, so we'll speak to Arlene about that. So, public safety? Don McCannell?
Yes, somehow our minutes didn't get published. I'll just give you a fast synopsis of it. They will be on the website by Wednesday, but the bottom line, we discussed 5 items. Number 1 and 2 was Indian Village and Pelham Gardens. There was a rash of burglaries. Precinct says they upgraded the amount of the patrol. The next one was the Chinese delivery guys who were getting robbed. That has ceased. The 4th item was the precinct has, or the entire police department has something called clean halls for apartment buildings. Okay, they are not pushing it, but they still honor it. And if anybody wants, they have to talk to the precinct, fill out a form, and this way the precinct is permitted to enter the building anytime they want or when called. And if people are in the building and aren't supposed to be there, they can be locked up. And last but not least, we were told that they just received 12 new recruits, and they're gonna get another 12 probably in about 2 or 3 months. And they brought 8 of them to our meeting, and it looks like they're really gonna beef up the staff here in our precinct. And that's it.
Dominic, why don't you make the announcement on Martin?
The co-chair of public safety, I found out yesterday, had a stroke, probably, maybe more than a week ago, and was in the hospital in Poughkeepsie. I was just told.
Who?
What?
He had a seizure.
A seizure, I'm sorry.
Sunday.
Martin,
He's at home
he's
now.
home already.
Okay, he's home already? That's it.
Okay, sanitation, Attorney Cigarelli?
Okay, all right, quick, we did not meet, so we're in no meeting.
Old business? Anyone?
What, say that again? Old business?
Old business.
I don't know if I'm old or new, but I have something to say.
Microphone, please. Thank you.
Now she gets 2 mics.
I don't know if this goes,
It's on.
I don't know if this is old or new, but I do have a complaint, and I see there's nobody here from the precinct. On Pelham Park Road, we have never had so many people sleeping on the sidewalk. That to me is a very big safety hazard. They panhandle, they stink, they urinate. We have, officers on bicycle duty on Pelham Parkway. I think it's a terrific idea, but they ride right by. And I think it's up to the community board as well as our community to bring it to the campus, who's doing a great job. But almost on every block on Pelham Parkway, we have somebody sleeping on the sidewalk. Unfortunately, I've had a lot of company in the past few weeks, and it looks lousy, that's all I can tell you.
So, make sure you have my contact for homeless services, Bronx Works.
We tried that, it doesn't work, they don't wanna go anywhere.
Okay, okay.
They had that
All
one
right, so
woman
let's talk
sitting,
after.
they had the one woman sitting on the side of Key Food.
Oh, I know.
Waxworks has been there. She's not homeless, but she sleeps on the street.
No, I understand.
Okay, so please, I'm asking the community board to get in touch with the captain and let's clean this place up.
Joe McManus.
Same issue, Joe?
Today there was something on the news. Civil Liberties Union brought a lawsuit against the police because the police have been moving the homeless that are on the street. So it may be different, we'll bring it to the police, but this issue came out today. There is a lawsuit that was filed against the police department for moving the homeless.
On the same issue, on the same.
So therefore, we just let them lay in the street and sleep there, urinate, whatever, because we can't move them. I myself have gone over to them, and that's jeopardizing my life, because I don't know what they have hidden under their jackets.
Yeah, yes, Edith, to put this, I'm gonna talk to the captain because.
I mean, our precinct's doing a
Let
great
me-
job.
Let me say, I emphasized 3 days in a row, I kept telling them to make sure that PD comes to this meeting tonight. I did 3 times, and apparently they didn't respond. Did we speak to them on the phone verbally, Jeremy? Or it's this email thing?
This email thing.
I did not speak to them today. Chris, did you speak to them today?
What's the difference? Who spoke to them?
Well, but no, the thing is, I don't like just an email. I like to speak to a person.
I agree with you.
Chris was
I
saying
agree.
Chris?
You know, you spoke to him. Okay, now I will request a meeting with the captain and tell him what I expect, at least courtesy.
I'd like to be there.
Edith, you're welcome.
I got plenty of time now.
We have the same subject? No, new? Same subject?
Wait, Joe
Bernadette, same subject, yes or no?
What's the difference?
One is on the same
Joe
subject.
McManus was
I had my
first.
hand up a long time before, come on.
All right,
That was going on.
go Joe, mic's on.
No, I just wanted to say about the Pelham Parkway reconstruction last night. I thought John did a great job. And Frano did a fabulous job they had a little altercation. I think he handled it correctly, with class, didn't get out of order. And I agree with the chairman that those 3 items that we talked about, we should be strong about them. And we should have some sort of nucleus group to put together either a letter or a bullet point, item by item, that we strongly object to them going ahead without addressing those 3 items that the chairman talked about. Thank you.
Janice had her hand up first for this.
Okay. We have, new individuals on the board. I think we need to go around the table so we can introduce ourselves.
No, not yet.
No?
All these people are, they've been here for a year.
I'm sorry?
Everyone here's at the table has been here for at least a year.
Next one, Chad.
Bernadette.
Bernadette?
Okay, new piece of business is that the Van Ness Neighborhood Alliance is gonna have their annual dinner on Friday night, June 3rd. And we do hope that everybody will come out and enjoy themselves. We have an events page that's on Facebook. Also, Van Ness Neighborhood Alliance is on Facebook. I handle all of the stuff there, so if you wanna PM me, you can. But really would like everybody to support us and come out and enjoy yourself at 900 Park. Thank you. And also, please include Van Ness with the panhandling when you speak to the captain, because we had big outbreaks, and I will email him personally.
We're on new business. Al D'Angelo had something?
I have 2 things. On January 1st, which is next Wednesday, the Rat Academy. 6 months either way. On June 1st at the Morris Park Community Association, the Rat Academy will be there talking about protecting your garbage from rodents. It would be worthwhile coming. That's at 6:30. And then at 7:30, the Con Edison will be at the association to discuss what they're doing, tearing up Morris Park and the side streets. So if you have any questions or any concerns, be a good time to bring it up. Thank you. I did the morning. I got the right day.
Any other new business? David?
Building on what Al was saying about Con Ed, I would like that the board office would reach out to the state officials and get two pieces of information. The map of the affected area of the gas work being done in Morris Park and the schedule of work. I'm keeping it just to that. Jeremy, would you be able to reach out and get that information?
Gina, I'm reaching out to you. If you don't mind, I'll reach out to the other ones, Mark Jones, and the other elected officials.
Thank you.
And who else? Anyone else?
Motion to adjourn.
I listened, I wanted to say something about Ruth Berko. Ruth's probably the oldest member on this board right now. And I want to say thank you for your service, not only as a member, but as the secretary of this board. And Ruth, again, thank you very much for your service. That's it. Let's.
That was a very nice gesture, and I truly am honored and impressed. And I thank you so very, very much. I've been doing these for many years, and always with love and consideration for all of my board members. And I hope to continue, but time goes on and things change a lot. So thank you anyway, and let's hope everybody is well and we can all be friends. Thank you.